Rain pounded the streets of Oak Ridge like an angry drum, turning sidewalks into slick rivers of reflection. Leela Hart sprinted through the torrent, her apron soaked, shoes slipping on puddles, and a small envelope clutched in her hand, the last $50 she had painstakingly saved over months. Her mother, Clara, waited at home, frail and weary, relying on the medicine that envelope would buy. Each step felt heavier than the last, but Leela didn't slow. A sharp gust tore at her umbrella, nearly flipping it inside out, and a horn blared as a taxi skidded past. She barely noticed. Inside the dimly lit cafe where she worked nights, steam curled from mugs of coffee, and the warm scent of cinnamon and baked bread clung to the air. Leela's manager, Miles, a tall, stern man with thin lips that never smiled, was glaring at the entrance. "Close up," he barked at a table of lingering customers. "It's Christmas Eve. We can't waste time on loafers," or he stopped, eyes narrowing as a thin elderly couple entered, shivering under threadbare coats. "They look cold," Leela whispered under her breath, her chest tightening. Miles waved a dismissive hand. "Not our problem. We're closing soon. They can leave." Leela's stomach twisted. Memories of her mother coughing through the night surged inside her like fire. She couldn't just turn them away. "So please, let them sit. I'll take care of it," she said firmly, ignoring the warning flicker in his eyes. The couple hesitated, clutching each other's hands, eyes wide and wary. They moved toward a corner booth, tentative, almost afraid to hope. Leela hurried to their side, kneeling slightly to offer warmth in her smile. "Hi, I'm Leela. You can sit here. Don't worry about a thing. I'll make sure you're comfortable." The man, grey-haired and tall, nodded slowly. "Thank you, young lady. We didn't expect anyone would," he trailed off, embarrassed. "It's no trouble at all," Leela said, pouring steaming soup into bowls and placing bread rolls on the table. Her hands trembled slightly, not from fear but the silent weight of the money she was about to spend, the money for Clara's medicine. Miles appeared behind her, voice low but sharp. "Leela, don't, you know the rules, you can't." "I can and I will," she said softly, yet with unwavering conviction. "These people are here, hungry and cold. I can't ignore that." A few customers glanced over. Some shrugged, absorbed in their phones or conversations. One young man muttered, "She's got a good heart," almost to himself. The elderly couple looked around nervously, eyes darting between Leela and the manager. As they ate, Leela moved around the cafe, topping up coffee and checking on the ovens. She overheard the couple speaking in hushed tones. "I'm sorry to impose," the woman said, voice quivering. "We just didn't know where else to go." "You're not imposing," the man replied, his tone gentle but strained. "It's been a long year." Leela paused by their booth. "It's okay. You deserve warmth tonight just like anyone else." Her fingers brushed against the envelope in her apron pocket. She drew a slow breath, feeling the pressure of what she was about to do. She could picture Clara's soft smile and the desperate coughs that had haunted her evenings. She had no choice. At the counter, Miles muttered to himself, shaking his head. "I can't believe she's doing this. She'll regret it." Minutes felt like hours. The cafe buzzed around them, but for Leela and the couple, time seemed suspended. The man reached into his coat pocket, offering a few coins. "Please, we want to." Leela shook her head, placing her hand over his. "Keep it. Tonight, just enjoy your meal. That's enough." Later, when they left, the rain had eased into a mist. The couple paused, looking back at Leela with eyes glistening. "You didn't have to," the woman said softly. "I know," Leela replied, voice catching, "but I wanted to." She returned to the counter, hands trembling, and quietly pulled out the $50 from her pocket, setting it on the register. Miles' eyes narrowed. "That was your savings," he said flatly. "I know," she whispered. "It was worth it." The couple disappeared into the night, their gratitude lingering like a warm ember in Leela's chest. She returned home, soaked and chilled, to Clara, who smiled faintly despite her weakness. Leela prepared the medicine, feeling a mix of exhaustion and relief, but also an unease. Had she done the right thing, risking her mother's health for strangers? The next morning, Leela found a gift basket waiting at the cafe. It was modest but carefully arranged, fresh bread, fruit, and a handwritten card. The words were simple, "Thank you for seeing us." She felt a shiver run down her spine. Her eyes glistened with tears, not from the gift itself, but from the validation that kindness had meaning. Miles appeared behind her, examining the basket. "Probably some church charity," he muttered dismissively. Leela didn't respond, sensing it was more than that. Over the next few days, Leela noticed a change in the neighborhood. Small gestures, a neighbor offering a loaf of bread, a child waving warmly, reminded her that her act had echoes beyond what she could see. But worry still gnawed at her. Clara's condition remained delicate, and the money she'd spent was not easily replaced. Then a week later, the couple returned. This time their coats were well fitted, shoes polished, and their posture radiated quiet confidence. Leela froze as they approached. "Leela Hart?" the man asked. "Yes," she said, uncertain. "We're here because of you," the woman said. "Not because of charity, not because we owe you anything. We've been watching." Leela's brow furrowed. "Watching? What do you mean?" "We noticed who you are," the man said, voice calm. "Your kindness, your sacrifice. It wasn't for recognition. It wasn't even convenient. It was pure. That's rare." Miles hovered at a distance, silent now, sensing the gravity of the encounter. The couple handed her a folder. Inside were paid invoices for Clara's medication, fully covering the next year, and documents outlining a scholarship fund for Leela's education. Leela's hands shook as she flipped through the papers. "You didn't save me," the woman said softly. "We recognized you, and we want to help you continue being who you are, true to yourself, compassionate and selfless." Leela felt tears streak her cheeks. I don't know what to say," she whispered. "You don't have to say anything," the man replied. "Just keep being you." As they left, Leela sank into the chair, emotions crashing over her. Relief, disbelief, hope, and gratitude tangled into a single overwhelming wave. Miles finally spoke, quieter than she'd ever heard him. I understand now." Leela returned home that evening. Clara's coughing eased, and she held her daughter's hand tightly. "You've done so much for others, Leela," she said, "and it's coming back to you in ways we never expected." Leela smiled, exhausted but filled with renewed purpose. The snow began to fall lightly outside, each flake a whisper of the kindness she had shown and the profound impact it had created. A week later, she enrolled quietly in school, dedicating herself to her studies. Years later, she would stand at graduation, the memory of that rainy Christmas Eve burning brightly. She would give a heartfelt speech about the importance of choosing kindness when it's difficult, when it costs something, and how it can transform not only the lives of those around you, but your own as well. And yes, if you've been inspired by Leela's story, don't forget to like this video, comment your thoughts below, and subscribe for more heartwarming stories that remind us all of the power of selfless acts.